This was my very first time experiencing Beyoncé live in concert, and I was so excited. And I heard the album, I'm like, first, this album was made for me. And that's so cool to me. Like, if you can identify with an album and like apply it to your life, especially the messaging and the visuals, like, when the tour started, I did not excuse myself from the clips and stuff that people were uploading because I kind of wanted to see what I was getting myself into. Good morning. Today is B-Day, and no, not birthday. It's Beyoncé Day. Today I'm going down to Soldier Field to go see Beyoncé for the very first time, and I still don't know what I'm wearing on my bottoms. I think I'm gonna do black bottoms, I think. And then I'm wearing some comfortable shoes because I'm not that girl. I don't even know how I'm gonna do my hair. I have some ideas, but we'll see what's gonna happen. All I've done so far is like get my body clean. When Renaissance, the album, dropped, I was creatively inspired by it, and I started doing like some stuff which you've probably already seen on my channel anyway, but I'm hoping to suck up some more inspiration and creativity while I'm there. And, you know, who knows what I can create afterwards. The makeup, I kept pretty neutral. I didn't want to do anything over the top. It was hot, but I did add just a little bit of foundation, and I did like metallic eyes. No mascara, no lashes, because I am a crier. I don't know if I'm allergic to mascara and stuff, but I might be because I always cry when I put it on. So I decided to not put that on because I didn't want to ruin the rest of my face. And then I put on some gloss to kind of top off the look. Might I suggest you don't fuck with my sis? She's comfortable. Fluorescent beige, bitch. I'm black. I'm twisted. The natural love up in the air. Ooh, 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 ooh. For me, who run the world? Don't know. It's in my power. My power. My power. This ain't no power. This ain't nothing. In Chicago, it was 84. Although it was a breeze, it was still ridiculously hot. So I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my hair. So I decided, you know, I don't want anything on my neck. So I pulled up my hair, and I had this little accessory that I've used in a previous cosplay. I did the cosplay from Xenon, Girl of the 21st Century. I was Nebula one Halloween many moons ago. So I decided to use that wire, and I wrapped my ponytail up in it, and I put on glitter in my hair to give myself like an alien superstar look, and I thought it turned out cute. My earrings I got from Amazon, which they come in a bundle. I don't know if you guys know that. And I'm not a real big silver person. I'm normally in gold, but I decided to wear silver, of course, to match with the theme. And those earrings were super cute, and I'm so glad I pulled that outfit together. And then for the shoes, I wore gym shoes. So after I got ready, me and my mom took some pictures with each other, just something quick, just kind of hallmark the experience, and then we got going. So from my house to Soldier Field, it's about like 20 minutes, and I drive, but I don't like to drive on expressways, especially in Chicago, because drivers here are super aggressive. The limit on the expressway that I take is between 55 and 60 miles per hour, but people here like to do 70 and 80, even in the slow lane. So you have to be an aggressive driver if you want to drive in Chicago. If you didn't know that, you have to be aggressive. And that was before and after the concert. A man almost hit me on the way home because he wasn't paying attention. He ended up having to go into the emergency lane to avoid from hitting me. But that's just to give you an idea of how people are driving in Chicago. But we made it there safe and sound. The parking lot was super easy to navigate. I prepaid everything. And then we made the walk to the stadium. And I actually, a girl was walking there by herself, and something told me to just ask if she was there alone. And she actually was. So we just walked with her until we got checked in. I think she was in a different section from us. But it's always cool if you're at a concert and you see somebody alone. I don't know, be friendly. Like it takes nothing to be friendly and kind and nice to people, even if you don't know them. So I was glad we did that. And then we got checked in our seats. I ate before I left for the concert, but by the time I got seated and all the walking we had done, I was hungry again. So I definitely went to concessions. I got a slice of pizza and some pop and waited for the show to start. Get your booty on the floor tonight, make my day. Kind of give you an idea of the time scale of the show. The gates of the show opened at 5 p.m. I left my house at 4:30, so we got there around 5. And then the show was scheduled to start at 7. Now, because I was looking at clips and information from other Renaissance goers and seeing what they said about what time she got on stage and all of that, I knew that I would be waiting at least 2 to 3 hours. They said that she normally doesn't start the show until the sun goes down, and it makes sense as to why. So you can see all the visuals like in their full intensity. So the show the sun set around, I want to say 8:30. And she didn't come out until 9:30. And people were complaining, but, I was so happy to be there and happy to experience it that I didn't mind. The only thing that kind of drove me nuts is the seats. Like the seats in stadiums, if you don't know, are hard. They're narrow. And it was hot. So I had been baking in the sun for 4 hours. I got hot. The people in front of me, they all had on cowboy hats, which was fine. They were dressed according to theme. But that meant when they stood up, that meant I had to stand up. So as soon as Beyoncé came out, she sung her ballads, which were so lovely. We were standing. So even during intermission, which kind of in retrospect was like messed up, people were not sitting during intermission. And I'm the type of person, if you could not tell again from my past videos, I like visuals. She had a lot of like space themed, robot themed visuals, and I wanted to see them all. And I got a couple shots that I thought were cool, but I was trying to live in the moment. But I got a few, and it was amazing. Blue Ivy performed the night that I went, which was so cool. And the amount of applause and roaring that Blue Ivy received on that stage, it was almost deafening. Like I could not hear my own thoughts at that point. So I hope she felt the love and like knew that everybody appreciated her being there, because everybody was like, it was a roar for her. So I thought that was really cool. Her singing, like it should be studied in textbooks. Like her singing ability kind of like really blew my mind away. And you can tell like her voice is just really an instrument. And I was just in awe. I think it was, I can't remember the song that she sung. And I was just like, I couldn't even like sing along with her anymore. I was just like, woo, like it was off the chain. So if you ever hear somebody say Beyonce can't sing, that's a damn lie. I feel like you should be practicing the dances and the songs ahead of time so you can like really like be in it, you know. In the show, the visuals had a lot of space themed and robot themed, but she did insert a couple of quotes in there, which I thought were interesting. So let's talk about them. One of the quotes, it's from Albert Einstein, and he says, "Imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited to all we know and understand, while imagination embraces the entire world and all there ever will be to know and understand." And when I first saw the quote, I had like a knee-jerk reaction like, no, knowledge is important. Knowledge is important, but having imagination is equally as important. Because if all you can create is something that you know, then how are we going to get new ideas? So that's something I took home with me to make sure that I need to work and make sure my imagination is on point. I have to have vision. So that's like some homework that I took back with me and something that I'm going to be working on developing and, you know, making sure that I'm not leaving my imagination in the dust. And then she had another quote up there from Jim Morrison. It says, "Whoever controls the media controls the mind." And it makes sense, right? So we get our information mostly from other people and then media. So that means like the news, you know, the entertainment circuit, whatever you want to call it. So if you're ingesting nothing but negativity and fear and stuff like that, they're controlling how you process in your mind about things. So I think that's important to just remember that, you know, be careful what you're feeding your soul and be careful what you're spreading to the next person. If you didn't know me, I am kind of introverted, but I can be extroverted. And I guess I was so excited at this concert that I was talking to people, I was complimenting people on their outfits, and it was just a really good vibe. Like everybody was just nice and vibing. So if that's the kind of crowd that she attracts, like I'm all for it.
Thank you once again. Is that Frank?
When it was time for it to let out and those lights came on, you can tell people were like, so what now? So what now? Because it was just that amazing. One of the things that I really liked about this show was that she has a nonprofit charity called BeyGood, and they are doing a Black Parade stop. So they stop in 10 cities and they give a total of $100,000 to like 10 business owners in the 10 cities. So they got like 10,000 a piece, and they're all Black owned businesses. And I think that is so cool. Like to stop in a city that you or your family are not from and give people money to support their business. That's cool. I wonder if they can use services from someone like me where I can look at process improvement and learning and development and stuff like that. So I'm going to be doing some research and investigation on that to see. I think in my career, if I'm not doing anything creative, I want to work for somebody or something that is actually doing good or giving back to the people. If you have a city that's coming up for Beyonce and you ain't got your tickets, go get your tickets. Go get them. It's no excuse. Go get your tickets. You got to see it. And one last final thought too, because she's able to bring people together like that, I think that speaks to what kind of imagery and projection she's giving people, right? Her audience, they're gracious, they're friendly, you know, so I think that's really cool. And I think that's something that all creators, you know, big or small, should be aspiring to do. Bring people together for a positive experience, a friendly experience, and for them to enjoy and have fun. So yeah, that was my experience. I got my shirt from Amazon because I didn't want to wait in merch lines. And yeah, I hope to have like way more experiences that put such a smile on my face and bring out my extrovertedness, because I really don't be talking to that many people. All right, y'all. Till next time. See you later.